So this is the most ridiculous story.
It really is.
That it really, but what you, and I'm not going to make it that long, but you have to understand like the whole day,
I do.
Like everything that had
to.
happened.
Tell me.
It was the month of August and we were going to go to Virginia Beach with our good friends, Price and Leah, to go to a concert. So it was couples only. Let's go for a night. Let's listen to this band. Well, Mahood and I said, oh, well, let's go earlier in the day and just have our hotel on the beach, have couples day, enjoy the sunshine, and then go to this concert.
Yes.
So we did the whole thing. We went to Taste Unlimited.
Oh.
Ordered the sandwiches to eat
favorite.
On the beach.
Yes.
We went to the 7-Eleven. We bought a cooler and we had white wine and he got some beer. And we checked into the hotel and we, get on my bathing suit and blah, blah, blah. And we walk out to the beach. So we walk out to the beach and it was one of those days where, wherever this, facing the ocean, but I wanted to get a tan.
Right.
So I am facing south. So I sit on the beach so that I'm facing south.
I don't know my directions. So you're facing away from the ocean.
So the ocean's on my left.
Right. Got it.
I'm facing in front of me.
The Outer Banks. You're facing the Outer Banks. I'm with you.
I'm facing Florida.
Okay.
And Mahood is facing the ocean because he doesn't care about the sun. He wants, he's dark all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But he wants to look at the ocean.
Yes.
And drink his beer, where I want to get sun and drink my white wine and look at Florida.
Yes.
So I remember, I had my cute little bathing suit on and I had my little wine. We hadn't eaten yet. And we're in one of those low chairs, so when you sit down, like you're almost like we were right on the ocean. Like
so
the waves were literally coming up to us. So they're kind of, I'm that low in the water. And it was a very dense area, meaning there were a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like it was just there because we were in one of the hotels at Virginia Beach. Right. And so it was very crowded where we were.
Okay.
But we're sitting there and we're having a great time. Well, for 30 seconds. And then I think I had 2 sips of wine. And I look and I'm just looking south, looking at Florida into the distance. And I never forget, kind of turn my head a little bit.
Which, like
to the left and to the right. And I'm like, what is that thing? What is that thing coming towards me? And I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was one of those moments where literally you can't
process what's happening.
I can't process. Yeah. And then no words are coming out. And then I'm like, and Mahood turns his head and he says, umbrella. And it is this umbrella. And it's going tumbling towards me. And I'm just,
you're frozen. You can't do anything.
Frozen.
Yep.
And then that thing gets closer and closer because it was way down the beach. I had plenty of time to stand up. I don't know what happened. I think I was just enthralled with the whole situation. And then Mahood goes, umbrella. And then literally as it come towards me and it just goes,
Where does it go,
In my hoo-ha-ha. That's all I'll say. It stabs me in my hoo-ha-ha. But luckily it hit the bone. There is bone there. There's pubic bone. It's your pubic bone. And it stabbed me in my pubic bone. And I just remember going, oh, and then just leaped. I didn't leap. I fell forward on all fours. And people come running.
Oh God.
And it's a puncture wound in my pubic bone. It's a puncture wound.
So now you're bleeding.
I am forward. And the worst part that I failed to mention, I had just bought a brand new bikini.
Of course you did.
So this was a brand new bikini.
Did. And those are not cheap.
Now, no. Even 13 years ago wasn't cheap. That had a hole in it. So it stabbed me. I lean forward. And this is actually the scary part. is that it was connected to me. So then, I mean, it wasn't, when I say puncture, it wasn't a deep puncture wound.
Was it like my foot?
Oh,
Worse
that
than-
thing?
Yeah.
You know what? It probably was about that size.
Yeah.
What is that? Like half?
I'm not good at measurement.
it was like, you know what it was?
That's
It
an
was like
inch.
the
It's like
top
an
of
inch.
an eraser, but deep. But deep. Like you know, like that width, because it was just the tip of the umbrella.
Just the tip.
So I don't have to pull it out, but it kind of falls out, but it's still connected to me. And women, you know, of course, women come rushing up to me.
No,
Mahood is like, holy
So many
moly,
questions.
what has happened? So this is the worst part. The lifeguards come up, and bless their hearts, these are probably 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old boys. And here's this woman with an umbrella.
Impaled
With an umbrella
by an umbrella in her
stuck
vagina.
in her woo-woo. And they're terrified. Then the family comes running up. They are apologizing, but there wasn't great communication. And so they grab their umbrella and they leave.
Are you still
And
on
I
all
am
fours
on
at
all
this-
fours. I am bawling. I
are.
cannot tell you how badly that hurt. It hurt. And when I'm looking back, the bruises that my whole frontal area had for the following month,
I'm sure.
it hit me with such force. It was unbelievable. Like, it is a real, I mean, in a way, I was very lucky where I got hit. Even though that's an awful place to be hit. But it could have been worse. I do want to say that, because
It could have been your eye.
some people do really get hurt. So I'm not making light of that situation. But
I'm not either.
talking about my situation. So Mahood wanted one of the lifeguards to call an ambulance. Well, one of the lifeguards, in his not really knowing the world or women or what really was going on, he said, "Sir, that is just not going to get you to the front of the line in the hospital." So that wasn't really good to say.
Oh, God.
And then the family who had taken the umbrella, they just went on their
With
merry
part of your
way with
pubic
part of my
wound.
pubic self on it. They went back and set it back up. Well, the umbrella
Oh, no.
comes again.
No, it does not.
Yes. Now,
Walter.
but it doesn't hit me, but I see it coming and I yell the F word, which I guess I could say because you're saying
I say it all the
on
time.
this thing.
Yeah.
And one of the lifeguards says to me, "Now, ma'am, there's no need for that."
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That was not good.
Did you punch him in the dick? If you
I
didn't
did
punch
not
him,
punch
well,
him.
it's a child.
No,
Fair.
it was a child,
If he
and I
been-
didn't want to be arrested because I really wanted medical care. So I didn't. I guess I had my wits about me that I didn't want to be like, you know,
What a dumbass.
Yeah. So anyway, could get no medical help at all on the beach, like none. They didn't help me at all. I wrapped myself up in a towel, not to be too graphic, but I am bleeding, not gushing blood, but I am bleeding down my legs.
Right.
So
Oh, my God.
we go to a patient first because the hospital, they were like, it's going to be like a 5-hour wait.
Right.
We went to a patient first in Virginia Beach, and they were incredible.
Okay.
They irrigated my puncture wound. Everyone was like, "Well, did they sew you up?" And I'm like, "No, you do not sew up a puncture wound because what would that lead to, Nicole?
Infection, Walter.
Infection.
I know that.